San Antonio mother's ordeal.
Live from the heart of Texas, this is KMOL News Nightcast.
Good evening, I'm Jerry Grant.
I'm Deborah Daniels. Our top story tonight, allegations that administrators at a Northside high school tried to cover up a case of indecent exposure in a classroom.
According to the victim's mother, she was never notified of the incident and school authorities failed to notify the police. Brian Karem joining us now from the newsroom with the exclusive story. Brian, what happened?
Well, Jerry, according to 14-year-old Mona Rivas, she was sexually harassed by an 18-year-old student who then exposed himself to her. But she says what school officials failed to do after the fact was even more humiliating.
I don't know where the kid is now.
14-year-old Mona Rivas, a freshman at Clark High School, sat in a theater class a month ago. She says an 18-year-old senior was sexually harassing her and a friend, making vulgar comments and threatening both of the girls because they rebuked his advances. Then things got even uglier.
And he then started kind of fondling himself, and then he exposed himself.
Mona reported the incident to her teacher and the school vice principal, but according to her, the school failed to contact both her mother and the police.
As a student, I don't feel safe being in that kind of an environment. I mean, knowing that these things are going to happen and they're not going to do anything about it.
They didn't do anything. They did not do anything. I feel that's totally false. We're aggressive on every case that's brought to our attention.
Mona's mother didn't find out until later that night what had happened. Eventually, she called the police and reported the incident. The case is now at the district attorney's office. The school's principal had this to say about failing to notify the police.
It was a situation that took place in the latter part of the school day.
When I found out that they didn't do anything about it, I was upset. I really did think that they should have called the police.
Now, the student who was involved in the case is at a different school now. The Rivases say they are consulting attorneys about their next step. Police detectives, patrol officers, and even some of the school's own security officials tell me today they're concerned about Clark officials trying to cover up this and other incidences.
You mentioned other incidents. Have there been other ones?
Yes, police say in the last month there's been an assault and a weapons charge at the school, and in one case a student was picked up in the morning on a public intoxication charge. Now, he claims school officials kicked him out of school. They say he escaped.
Brian Karem, nice work.